Hi, and welcome to Design It with Tammie Gibbs. And I'm excited to be doing another tutorial on the new Artistly 4.0. It has so many things now that we can do videos on. So today I'm going to be playing around with the Fast AI Image Designer and showing you a couple of really cool things we can do. I'm going to go over to my personal designs, and I was playing earlier with this design. Let's see if I can find which one I did it from this design here. We're going to take this design and we're going to click regenerate. And I just want to show you something really cool. Okay, so this is my very basic prompt, and we're going to let's do 4 images. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a coloring book page very easily. So we're going to go to this little edit prompt with AI here, and we're just going to type something in like this: turn this into a coloring book page in black and white for a coloring book. Now, I'm being a little wordy, it's okay. We're going to generate a new prompt using this little magic wand here. This adds so much possibilities to some of your other your art that you have actually done in the past. So now this is what it did, how it changed it. Create a black and white illustration of 2 songbirds sitting on a tree limb in spring, isolated against a white background, suitable for a coloring page. Now we're going to generate that image, and we did choose 4, so it should give us 4 choices. But think about all your old images that you've got in your old prompts and how you can take and turn those easily into a coloring book now. Okay, so I see that this one would be one I would eliminate. Now, when you do 4 like this, I mean, you have to still look at your images and stuff. I tend to say that when I try to do 4 at a time, there's more likelihood of them not being exactly right. But this one right here looks pretty decent. But again, you wouldn't have to do all 4 at one time. Okay, I'm going to go in. This one I'm going to remove because I don't like it. Okay, so you can easily just remove them. So we're going to remove that one. I normally would probably make them private first. So let's just do that. Let's go ahead and make this one private because we want to keep that one. And we'll keep we're going to remove this one because we don't like it. So anyway, isn't that so cool? I'm going to go back with some of my other previous art as well. And as you can see with these that I have done, the watercolor has really come a long way. So I think if you keep tweaking and playing with it, this one was mine. These others were with me allowing the AI and using the little prompt, but this was the prompt that I actually wrote myself, and I was very pleased with the way that one turned out. So anyway, it's still processing that one. I'm just going to remove that design because apparently it's having a little trouble rendering it. Okay, so just so the system doesn't get bogged down while I'm trying to do my video. I am going to be trying to do the videos a little bit faster than, in the past, because I want to be a little bit shorter, maybe around 30 minutes instead of these hour and a half ones. I may end up having to break them into a couple of different parts just to make it where it's a little bit more digestible and considerate of your time. I'm going to take this prompt here. I'm going to copy it because I like it, and I don't really want to. I'm going to also go in and download that image because I like it. One of the things I'm doing, just because it's better for my workflow, is instead of, right now, Artistly's folder system is good and it's better than nothing, but it just doesn't have a search feature, and you can't move multiple things at one time. So I'm gonna, I typically, if I really like something, I just go ahead and download them. So I'm gonna do that real fast. Okay, those are the ones I liked. And so that's just kind of what I do. I go ahead when I'm in the fast prompt. Now, I'm always copying and pasting in the advanced designer, but in the fast one, you do have the option. I mean, it's going to come up, and if you click on it, it's going to have your prompt here. So, and you can just regenerate it. But if you can't find this image, or you have to go through, scroll down a lot, then that's just going to be inconvenient for you. So you may want to adopt a new technique or way of organization just until I feel like they will change all that, but I think it just hasn't been a high priority because they've been dealing with the actual generation aspects of the platform and not the organizational aspects of the platform. But anyway, I think that if you do something like this, that'll just help you. So one of the things I have is I have created, and I actually I've listed it because I had so many people asking about my the prompt keeper that I use, that I created in Canva. You have to have Canva Free or Canva Pro to access it, but I do have it listed now on Etsy, and I'll have a link to it in case you're interested in getting organized with your prompts and stuff. And I found it's very simple to use. It's not complicated. You can go and find way more complicated ones, but this to me has worked. Another system that I'm using is I actually have a folder here. So I'm going to show you kind of what I'm going to do. So here's my prompt keeper here. I'm going to make a copy of it because I'm working with these birds. So I'm going to make a copy of my prompt keeper and open it. And what I'm going to do, and you can do this too if you order this or whatever. Up here where it says copy of, now you can't sell it if you purchase it, but you can, make unlimited copies to do this organization that I'm showing you. So you can take now and you would just type in birds, because I'm working with birds. So that means this prompt keeper is going to be where I organize all my bird oriented prompts. And that way I can break it down into animals or types of animals like dogs or cats or whatever. But when I start working on creating those things, if it's going to be like a whole pack of dogs, then it would be simple to go into there. If it's going to be like, safari animals or something, then I may want to put all of the safari animals together and those prompts together. So you can basically adapt it and make it work however that you want. But anyway, so basically this is my prompt keeper, and what you do with it is basically you can just go in here. I'm going to go ahead, since this one's mine, I'm going to take and paste in the prompt that we just did. And since I went ahead and downloaded those, get there, I'm going to also take and, now this is just a sample image that I put in there, so I remove that writing, and then all you do is drag and drop it right inside there. And then now you've got that, and you can go back and tweak it however you want to. I'm also going to go in, and I am going to go into this one, and I am going to save my prompt because I also downloaded it, and it's for the coloring book page. So we're just again going to select and then paste it in there, and then I'll upload the birds. And I actually have two different coloring book ones because I worded it a little bit differently, what I asked it to do. So we have that one. And then I'm going to go back over here with this one now and pull up that prompt because it looks different. It's a different prompt than the other one, so it created it a little differently. Again, we're going to paste that in there. And you see, this really doesn't take that much time, but geez, if you can go back in and flip through and find your prompts that you want to work with, and now that they have all the little magic features, you can go back to these prompts and you can keep tweaking them and turning them into more prompts, and then you should have prompts forever. I mean, it's just a matter of organizing it, and you never know when you want to do something different. So basically, that's how I did that. Now, this one has a mixture. So I mean, a way that you could adapt it is, you know, it's a template. So you could go in and you can actually like add this. These were created. We can do little labels on it if you want to. This is not included, but this is just something you can do if you decide to buy it. And I'm going to put an advanced label. And I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go in and I'm going to, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, let's go back to none and then go to background. And then there we go. So yellow. So this is, you know, we can have this and then we can duplicate it. This was created with advanced. This one was created with advanced. I'm going to copy this one and then change it to fast. So this is for Artistly specifically. You know, you're going to be able to tag, you can tag them with, you know, which designer. Now up here, you could put whatever notes you wanted to. But now I've created these. So now when I go back in here, I'll have these little tabs. And what I'm probably going to do for myself is go in. Since this is mostly specific to Artistly, I did not include this in with the purchase, but you saw how you can easily do that. And then you can, you know, use those little tabbed labels if you want to show how you created those particular images. And you could even, you know, stick them over you're not going to do anything with the image itself. So you could just kind of do it like that. Like that. So that's really cool. And then like I said, there's 100 pages that are already pre-laid out for you, and like I said, I didn't include the labels, but you can do those yourself if you want to. But anyway, that's how that works. And can you create one yourself? Absolutely, you could. I've just done sort of the work. And in addition to getting that, you also get you'll also get something called the Digital Marketing Audit Workbook, and it's just a sort of a workbook with questions and stuff that you can kind of work through to evaluate your digital marketing and kind of keep up with it and organize that too. So that comes with that particular listing that I listed, the little bonus pack. Anyway, so that's just kind of thrown in there. Let's go now over into let's go into the advanced designer and let's just try and get coloring books out of some of the images as well. Okay, so we're going to say this is coloring birds, coloring book birds. And one of my the members in my group and somebody that watches my videos had a wonderful idea. And I had said in the previous video that I really didn't name my projects because I really didn't see the point. And a lot of times I actually do multiple different packs or images in the same thing, you know, they really aren't saved per se, but she made me think differently about it because when you do download your images, it will download with this and it won't say my project on them. So kudos and thanks for that tip. And I have now started naming those just so my downloads will have what they are, which is just neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, okay, so we're going to try straight off just doing it with this. This was one of the prompts that we got over in the fast part. So let's see straight from the top without going with an actual image, what it's going to come up with. So we're going to generate this image and see if it just from that prompt, what sort of looking coloring book image we get for that one. I don't know why, somebody was doing some coloring books and it kind of just got me thinking about all the different ways that we could convert our images to basically use some of our clip art and stuff that we're already designing. I know that you have a lot of designs that come up that maybe have really pretty backgrounds. Okay, well, I'm not crazy about the mouth of this one being open, but this is a dark, pretty image. Now, this is not a coloring book image. This is just a pretty line drawing. So let's look and see why this is an illustration. It says suitable for a coloring page. Now, what I'm going to do is take and move this suitable for a coloring page to the front and see if that makes a difference in what kind of result we get. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one off. Okay, so now let's play with it. We're in the advanced. And the good thing about being in the advanced and designing here, as you know, if you watch the other video or have played with it, is that it saves everything as private, so you don't have to go in and make those images private. It's just a different designer, and that's the way it was designed since it has all the editing features in here. So anything you now this one would make a really cute little coloring book image. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so let's see how else we can tweak it. I'm going to go ahead and download. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to export that one. Okay. But we're going to take now the edit the prompt, and again, we have this, and it did give us a coloring book page. If we put suitable for a coloring book page at the front, it changed that image. But we want it to be changed to look like a Victorian scene with birds. Dainty, but still suitable for coloring book page. Okay, so I'm just kind of winging it. This is my process, so you get to watch that. So it changed it. Now, I'm not sure. This is still going to have the black and white illustration. We're going to do it that way because we may want the illustration, maybe something we can use. So we're going to do it this way. And then we're going to see what it comes up with. We have to click generate image, or we just sit there. See, that's pretty. So see, we got an unexpected result because of the way that it's worded. And that goes to show you how important it is to look at your prompts and figure out the order of what you're telling it to do. Now, I really like this. So, I really like that image. I think that's very cute. But we wanted a coloring book page. So let's tweak again. Now, before I do, since I really like this one, I'm going to save this prompt so I can go back and do something else with it. Let's go into our prompt keeper here. Okay. And paste our prompt, and then we're going to upload that image. Okay, because we may want to go back in and play with that and create some clip art or stickers or something with that. So we don't want to lose that prompt. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to also move this to the front of this prompt and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so let's remove this one. I'm having such a good time because even though originally, I think if you watch the other video, you know, verbally, and if you're in my group, you know that in the beginning I was very frustrated with the update to 4.0. Anything I don't know, and I knew Artistly so well. Okay, so this one, just a little interruption there. This one did not have the same results as what we had before. So I'm still going to export this image. I'm still going to take this prompt and put it in the prompt keeper. I don't like to lose any of my this is a little lighter color. So all those things are important. I mean, save your prompts. You work really hard to get them, and then if you just don't save them, then, you know, it's bad. Okay, so back into Artistly again. We're going to try something different. Okay. Instead of create a black and white illustration, we're going to change that. This is just me tweaking now. Sometimes you can manually tweak and get better results. Okay, so we want to create a black and white, not illustration, but coloring book page. Of 2 delicate songbirds, and then we're going to read it to make sure. Okay, see, this actually is saying isolated against a soft cream colored background, and we want that to be let's just see what that comes up with, and if that gives us our coloring book image. The more you find that the more that you work with these prompts, the more you're going to realize how Artistly and the 2 different designers interprets your words and the order of your words, and then you'll be able to make better and better prompts. Okay, so that did not give us the expected results, but gosh, this is so pretty. This is very, very pretty and reminds me of the Cloisonne and some of those type designs. So we're saving it. And this is, again, I mean, unexpected results. Those are the best. Unexpected results whenever you can take and you type one thing in, and it may not be what you're looking for, but geez, it's something you can use, and you might not want to use it right then because right now we're wanting to do coloring books. So anyway, okay, so we're gonna do this again. Let's see, black and white line drawing suitable for a coloring book page, and we're going to put a comma there, and then instead of just put 2 delicate songbirds perched on an intricately carved, or let's just take out intricately and the carved, and then just say perched on a tree limb in a lush Victorian garden surrounded by blooming flowers and foliage isolated against I have no idea. A white background. Let's try that. But this is a pretty image. I really like those birds, and yeah, that's very pretty. And you may notice that sometimes when you're creating images, you end up getting these little artifacts here. I'm going to give you I don't know that this is what this is. I've done the photo lookup searches with my images. Okay, so for some reason, I'm thinking the Victorian thing is throwing it. So we're going to backtrack with how to get the coloring images in here. But anyway, export, we already did that. We want to delete this one and take this one, and we'll just export it. And let me save it real quick, and then we'll be on to something else. Okay, sorry. I was clicking the wrong thing here on my computer. Okay. And let's upload this one. See, it really doesn't take that long, but you're saving lots of time in the future by doing it. Okay, let's get back to Artistly. We're going to figure this out. Okay, so that prompt's not really working very well with it. So we're going to try this rewrite prompt with AI option and just put change this to a simple coloring book page. And see what that does. So much fun, though. So much fun. And I am watching my time to make sure that I try to keep this under the time limit. Oh, and let me know what you think. This particular video is going to have a new intro and a new exit screen. Okay, so this is it's very simple. We told it to do simple, and it did simple. So we've got that. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna save it just to get the prompt and everything, but not what we're looking for. So let's play around again. And I know people have managed to do it. I'm taking you straight from that prompt that we had in the other designer and going from there just to show you the progression. So not a big deal one way or the other. Where this is a learning thing and a prompting workshop so that you can learn to write these prompts yourself. And I think you can tell that we've come up with all kinds of different things. So what we're going to do is we're wiping this one out completely. And then we're going to go back to the very simple one. I'm going to put save changes here. We're going to go out for just a second, and I'm going to, well, actually, we're not. We did, but we're going to go back in. Okay. So go back and take this one, and we're going to delete it. Okay. So we're going to go back to our prompts, and we're going to go back to that very first prompt that I had. This one, the wet on wet. This one was mine. And we're going to work with it. We're going to copy it. This is how it works if you're going to go back and use something. We're going to paste it in here. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to see what this comes up with, not as a coloring page, but just in general, so that we can also compare what kind of look we get over in the advanced. Because, like I said, the watercolors are different. Their interpretations between the two different designers, the fast and the advanced, give you a lot more capability and range for your artwork. So let's just see what it's going to come up with. And then we'll get back to the coloring aspect of it. Oh, that's lovely too. That's very pretty. Okay, so we like that a lot, and we are going to save that prompt. It is the same prompt, however, that we used with the other one. So what we're going to do to keep it straight is we're going to input it in here, and then we need to make sure that got it pulled in, and then we'll grab our little tag and we'll tag it for advanced. We really need to, or actually all of these on this page have been advanced, so we don't have to use the tags. All we have to do is go up here and type Artistly. And up here, made in the advanced designer. Okay, so we don't even have to do those little tabs or anything with that, because all of the ones on this page are going to be created with advanced. So only when you're mixing them will you need the tags. So, okay, now that we have that, and we're going to take this one. Okay, so we have my basic prompt, and then we're going to now type in change to a black and white coloring book page suitable for coloring with crayons. Who knows how that'll work? It may put crayons on it. We don't know. But we're just playing with the magic wand to see what it's going to tell us and how it's going to adapt it. Oh, and in the prompt keeper, if you decide to purchase one of those, oh, well, that's kind of cool. I wonder what it would look with the removing the background. Remove background. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a kind of cool image. But anyway, I'm going to export this one first. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the designer and black and white line art. That's actually cute too. That would make some really cute stickers. You could even write little sayings on them. So I'm getting all sorts of ideas on this. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to adjust suitable for coloring, and then put again, see, and that for some reason actually told it to do. You have to kind of read it. Illustration against a plain white background suitable for coloring. Okay, let's try that. And again, I did not start off asking for a coloring prompt. So we're trying to find out the best way and the best phrasing to use and what sort of interesting results we can get when we take to some of our regular art. Now see, now that would be a coloring page. That one works. It's not a super simple one, but probably birds, you'd want it to be a little bit more complicated anyway, for more adult coloring or whatever. But anyway, we could have done a more kidsy thing. And so that's cute though. Okay, so back in here. So let's try the magic prompt and see what it comes in. This is to enhance it and it's going to do it all on its own and see what it comes up with. There's no idea. This is so much fun though. But think of all the possibilities. You go back into some of those. Remember how in some of my previous videos I've told you that I don't spend a lot of time on my clip art. If that background doesn't come off clean, oh, that's pretty. Now see, that's also pretty. So we've gotten there. We've gotten there. So let's save this one so that we can create more. Paste. Okay, and this is what you can do in the event that your prompt is too long. There's two things you can do, or that I do. You can go up here and you can just make it smaller like this. But if you wanted to, you could just eliminate, move this to the back and eliminate that, and then it doesn't really matter because you're going to be copy and pasting it. So you can just go in here, click in, select all, and then copy it. So it doesn't matter how short it is. You're really not going to be reading all this too much, Let's see. Whoops, I picked the wrong one. Let's go in here and do this one. These are all really neat. And like I said, this is super simple, so you could make it more complicated, obviously. And there are a lot of different applications that you can use coloring books for, and lots of ideas for digital product creation. So let me go up here. And do this, and then created with advanced designer. Okay, all right, so let's go back in, and I think that's pretty much. I wanted to do one more thing. If you'll give me just a teensy tiny bit more time, I wanted to go in and try something. Okay, this is a more simple image. So I'm going to delete this one. This is images that we don't want to move it. Use this image. So now it's there. Now we're going to go back into the designer. I'm going to delete this. I feel like they'll make a little X or something where you can delete the prompts out easier. But anyway, so now what I want to do is, you have to type something. So I'm going to type, tell you what, let me go back in. I actually have the prompt I used for that. So let me go back to my prompt and I'll just select it. It's very simple. Okay. So let's just do that. Let's start like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use turn this image into a coloring book page against a white background, and see what it comes up with. Because there are so many possibilities. If you can just go into your media over here and some of these other images that you've created in the past. And like I said, this would be a perfect application for a lot of those that have backgrounds that you couldn't remove the background of really nicely, but maybe it has. See, how cool is that? So now you're not even having to create new images. You're just basically using images you created before and making them look different. That is such a wonderful use of time. I like that owl. And now I have this cool prompt. And I can go into here. And I have used a piece of art that I already had and created a coloring book page. Y'all, this is game changing. This is just so cool that you can do this. And I honestly, I'm not that familiar with Midjourney and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if Midjourney has that capability. Perhaps it does, but and talk to me in the comments with your thoughts on this, and if you think this is a cool new thing that you can use, or if you've been using it the whole time and I'm just now catching on, that's okay too, because I know there's some other people like me that probably haven't done it. But I hope that you've enjoyed this this little workshop on prompting to get coloring book images. And if you're interested in the prompt keeper, the AI art organizer that I created, there's going to be a link to my Etsy store to that listing. Everything is appreciated. If you haven't purchased Artistly, my affiliate link for Artistly is in the comments, and it doesn't cost you any more to purchase through my link than just buying it straight from like a Facebook ad or whatever. But it does help me out, and the more that I'm helped out, then of course it makes it easier for me to make more videos and to help you out. Also, would love to have you join my Facebook group. It's where we, in between videos, we're able to share each other's art, improve on our Artistly design and our understanding of Artistly, as well as Canva and Etsy and digital product creation and passive income and all those fun things that we talk about. And so I hope you'll join us there as well. And be sure and like and follow and give me a comment on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and happy creating. See you next time.